I remember a vet telling me, my knee blew out in service. Now my back's shot, and the VA says they're separate. That's what we're fixing today.
Welcome to the Veteran Benefits Reset Podcast. I'm Cameron Burrell, a U.S. Army veteran and founder of VetBiz Media. This show is independent and educational, not legal or medical advice. Always verify current VA rules and check with a VA-accredited VSO or attorney when needed.
Quick setup. Secondary service connection means one service-connected condition causes or makes another condition worse. Short version, one problem lights another. Not automatic, you have to show the link.
Here's the thing. There are two ways this usually looks: causation and aggravation. Causation is the service-connected injury leads to a new condition. Aggravation is a service problem makes an existing condition worse than it otherwise would have been. Example, a bad ankle changes how you walk, and years later your knee or back wears out. Another, service-connected PTSD leads to a sleep disorder or chronic headaches. Those are the chains we want to document.
The VA looks for a medical link, a nexus. A nexus is simply the clinician's explanation of how one condition caused or worsened another. It's the why and the how.
Not all opinions are equal. Look for reasoning, not just a headline. More likely than not, or at least as likely as not, are phrases that meet the VA's evidentiary standard when they come with supporting explanation.
Okay, what should you collect first? Step 1, get the service records that show the original in-service injury or event. Step 2, pull the treatment notes that document the secondary condition developing. Step 3, get clinician opinions that explain the connection. Step 4, add lay statements and work records showing functional impact. Step 5, write a short timeline and cover summary.
Don't make this a long laundry list. Prioritize service records, the 3 best post-service treatment notes that show symptom development, and one clinician opinion that explains the causal pathway. Lay statements are the amplifier. They add context about daily life and work.
On organization, make a single folder or file. Put an index page up front, then the service record, then post-service notes in date order, then opinions and lay statements. Add a 1-page cover that says what you're asking for and the 3 strongest pieces of evidence. That 1 page is how you control the first impression. Avoid the common mistakes. First, not automatic. The VA evaluates a claimed link on the evidence you give them. Second, weak nexus letters, those that make a claim without explaining the biology or functional connection. Third, unexplained gaps in treatment. If you stopped care for years, explain why with a lay statement or job records.
A quick word on DBQs and private nexus letters. DBQs from your treating provider can be efficient because they answer VA-style questions. Private nexus letters can be useful when a treating clinician won't provide the opinion, but don't pay until you vet the provider and the draft. Ask, will this explain the causal pathway in plain medical terms? If not, save your money.
If you hire someone for a nexus letter, give them a packet, short history, copies of the key service and treatment records, and a clear question. For example, please explain whether the veteran's lumbar condition is at least as likely as not caused or aggravated by the service-connected right knee injury and describe the causal pathway. Specific questions get specific answers.
You won't always need a private letter. Often, a well-documented note from your regular provider, one that describes symptom onset, timing, and how the service condition changed function, will do the job. Ask your clinician to write the reasoning out, how the mechanics or physiology connects one condition to the other.
Let's walk a short, doable timeline you can follow right now. Notice and document symptoms. Copy the top 3 treatment notes that show development. Write a 1-page lay statement describing when and how symptoms started and who saw it. Ask your clinician to document the connection or fill a DBQ. File your claim or supplemental claim with the folder. Then track the decision and work with a VSO if you need help appealing. Keep each step dated. Example in practice, a vet with a service ankle fracture later develops hip pain.
They gather the deployment ankle treatment, later orthopedics notes showing altered gait, get their orthopedist to explain how the changed gait accelerates hip wear, add a one-page timeline, and include a coworker statement about decreased mobility at work. Records, clinician reasoning, timeline, and lay evidence, that's a claim-ready package.
When you write a lay statement, be brief and specific. Dates, what changed in daily tasks, who witnessed it, and how your job was affected. Keep copies of everything you submit and log the date you mailed or uploaded documents.
If the VA schedules a CMP exam, show up prepared. Bring your timeline, highlight the key treatment notes, and clearly describe how the secondary condition affects your life. Speak plainly. The examiner records what you say, and that goes into the file.
Remember the limits here. This is education, not individualized legal or medical advice. Avoid low-value purchases and don't skip documentation because it seems obvious. If you're unsure, have a VSO or accredited rep review your folder before you file.
3 quick takeaways. 1. Secondary service connection is about one condition causing or worsening another. 2. The Nexus, the clinician's explained link, is what convinces a rater. 3. Organize early. Service records, the best treatment notes, clinician reasoning, lay statements, and a short timeline. Today's one action: gather the 3 most relevant treatment notes and write a one-page timeline linking them to your service-connected condition. Put those files in one folder or one digital file named Secondary Claim YYYYMM and keep a copy for yourself. If you'd like templates, lay statements, a sample timeline, and a simple index, download the free 7-step veteran benefits reset guide at vetbizmedia.com/veteran7. It walks you through the exact folder structure I just described.
Thank you for listening to the Veteran Benefits Reset podcast. I hope today's episode gave you a clearer way to think about secondary claims and one practical step to take this week. This is an educational resource and not legal or medical advice. Verify current information and consult an accredited representative when appropriate.
If this helped, follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with another veteran who could benefit. Download the free 7-step veteran benefits reset guide at vetbizmedia.com/veterans7. And remember, your service did not expire. Your story is still worth reviewing. Take the next responsible step.